Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about one heart to heart conversation leading to another. I do feel like we have somebody that is working through some family issues or some sort of argument they have with a person they would consider to be such a close friend that they're basically family. And because that reconciliation or because that difficult conversation happens, it leads to somebody realizing, well, if I can handle that, then I think I could probably also talk to this other person that I miss or this other person that things are kind of rocky with, right? Because now I see things just a little bit different. So, hello, yoga. Let's come in spirit with a little bit of Winchester or luck. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you to the people recently that have said some really kind things about personal readings. I really do appreciate you. Hello, Illuminati. Hello, Elise. How are we doing today? If you're interested in a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below. And we're going to start with the Fairy Lenormand. What else do we have? Number 16, the stars. And number 1, the rider. Yeah, this is somebody who has been thinking about how to make things right or what they could say, what things would look like if they were able to make things right between the two of you. So this is an energy of I'm ready to take action. I've maybe avoided this conversation for a little bit too long, and it's time to actually just dive in and talk. This is the Golden Art Nouveau. Hello, Corey. How are you doing? What else do we have? Oh, yeah. I usually spell it out, and I did this time. Rider. At least I don't think I did. So this person's on the move, right? They could be going to visit people. Emperor in the reverse, Moon in the reverse. 10 of Wands in the reverse. I feel this is the person who's making the apology tour. The Emperor in the reverse has some apologies to make because they have demonstrated a lack of allowing others to make their own decisions. This would be the kind of person where if they ask you to, I don't know, clean up the shed, they're going to look over your shoulder and tell you that you're doing it wrong or you missed a spot. This is a person that's very precise, or things have to be a certain way. They have to follow a certain process, and they may be known as a nitpicker, right? Like, well, this is like this, that. But this person has, for, I don't know, some reason in the last, I would say probably week, been made to look at themselves in the mirror or really think about their actions and what they've said. And they feel like they need to be a little bit more honest with themselves about whether or not that's the person they really want to be. Hello, Bradley. How are you doing? Hello. I don't know. Do you want me to call you JSM? Hello, Johnny. How are we doing today? 9 of Swords in the reverse. Hanged Man in the reverse. 2 of Wands in the reverse. This is somebody who is experiencing regrets. Not just one, more than one. This individual has tried to pretend that there were no issues or that they didn't have any faults. This person has tried to, say that they were right in situations where they were not at all right. And I do think people would describe them as stubborn. But this is somebody who, for a very long time, resisted learning the lessons that maybe in the span of like 48 hours, all at once, they're learning them. Like, ooh. For some of you, this is somebody realizing they've been wrong because of a concern that maybe they don't have a lot of time left. Maybe mortality is on their mind because they have lost someone they care about deeply. My condolences if that's true. But this is just, I realize now that I don't necessarily always have tomorrow, right? That's not a guarantee. I realize now that there's something I need to say, because if I don't, it's not going to sit right with me. Three of Wands in the reverse, Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, and the Eight of Pentacles. This is about something they did not take action on, something that this Emperor in the reverse should have done. And because they did not, they experienced loss. And I feel like they were kind of prideful about it. I don't want to admit that the reason we're not close or the reason we don't talk is because I was a jerk, but the reason is because I was a jerk. And now the Eight of Pentacles is suggesting this is somebody who realizes I didn't invest in that relationship, or I didn't do right by that person. If I expect to have any kind of future relationship with them, I'm going to have to change that pattern of behavior. I'm going to have to actually demonstrate to them that I value them. Hello, is it Jeannie or Jamie? Happy Monday. How are you? Hello, Thomas. How's it going? We've got the King of Swords, Lovers in the reverse, and the Queen of Pentacles. I realize now that some of the things that I said were unnecessarily harsh, or that maybe I've just been a bit cold towards somebody that was always trying to be a good person, towards somebody that was, kind. Definitely regret over their own behavior, right? This is the Black Tarot. What else do we have? Hello, Lainey. How are you doing? Hello, Jess. How are we doing? The World, Strength, and the Four of Wands. Very powerful cards. I can't continue to be the person that I've been, because I know that the person that I've been is like not a very good person. This is a delayed ascension. This should have happened a while back. They did not want to do the healing. They did not want to do right by the people they needed to apologize to. But now they're acknowledging it's time. It's been time, right? And I guess better late than never. What's up, Bumface? How are you doing? Hello, Andy. I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Charles. Hey, honey, if you want a tarot reader that'll lie to you, go for it. I do have positive readings, but I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. Temperance, Six of Spheres or Six of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Moon. Yeah. I need to make peace with the individuals that I have wronged. For some of you, this person could be going through the 12-step program. They do feel as though they are the reason that things have been off balance, or that things have been, tense. And there is, with this Moon, clarifying the Queen of Pentacles, who I would imagine is probably you. You may also resonate with the Emperor in the reverse, but there is a timeline with this Queen of Pentacles where I don't think an apology would be welcome. And this King of Swords knows maybe it's already that time, but I have to at least try, right? What's up, Lighthouse? I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Voyager. How are you? Aw, thank you, Johnny. I appreciate that. Hey, what's up, Dark? Hello, Pharaoh. How are you? Queen of Cups, the Fool in the reverse, and the Three of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, I care about this person. They've been good to me. And I feel foolish because I failed to do something that would have been kind or helpful. As an example, this could be a parent who could have extended some assistance. Why don't you stay at my place for 2 weeks in between your moves? You know, like maybe you're not able to move right in. Or, you know, maybe I could come out and help you fix that broken stoop on your, or step on your front stoop. But I didn't. This was a failure to do something, a failure to act, a failure perhaps even to defend somebody's name. And they didn't do it, and it's bothering them. And they should have done something about it a long time ago. They didn't. And it's lived rent-free in their brain ever since, or at least in the last, couple months. So I'm going to be real for a couple of you, or maybe even, like 40% of you. This is somebody who's thinking, if I pass away, I will be judged harshly for how I have treated these individuals, especially because I have not sought any kind of forgiveness from them. There could be a change in this person's perspective on religion. There could be a change in terms of their general behavior. There could be, like I said, something around, they're grieving another person passing away. But this is, I don't just have time to mess around. I've got to make things right. For some of you, this person feels they need to make things right because there's a grandchild on the way. And they want to be a part of that grandchild's life. This could also be about a niece or a nephew, right? I guess really what I should say is there could be a new addition to the family that is motivating someone to apologize. But I also feel like there's a family conversation. Let's make things right. I need to apologize. And then there's also I need to talk to somebody that I love in a romantic sense, not a family sense. Did I miss someone? Oh, hello, Jason. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. Four of Wands in the reverse, King of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. So to be honest with you, it feels to me like this Emperor in the reverse is also exhibiting this King of Pentacles energy. Their hope is that if they make a genuine apology and do something kind and generous, that they can repair what has been broken. So let's say they know that you have some strain financially because you need to deal with something in your house that's broken. They find a way to, get the right tools, the right materials, and they come and they fix that problem for you. For others of you, this is somebody who is saying, I know I should have done this a long time ago, but here's that thing that is rightfully yours that, I laid claim to. There's something they're trying to do that I think involves some sort of gift. It could literally just be writing you a check or handing you some cash, but they want you to see that they're serious and it's not just words. You know what I'm saying? What else do we have? Queen of Cups again. The Queen of Cups, interestingly enough, is kind of aligning to two different energies. It's the Queen of Pentacles who has an apology owed to them by this Emperor in the reverse. They have this Queen of Cups energy, but it's like it's a little bit contagious because they have been so kind, because they have been so loving. It's very easy for this Emperor in the reverse to identify them as one of the people that they really need to apologize to. They're coming out with the Five of Cups in the reverse, which tells me that even though they feel like they've been mistreated by this Emperor in the reverse, who's now also coming out as a King of Swords in the reverse, they don't regret being kind. It's not, oh, I should have been mean, or oh, I should have found some way to be petty. It's, I am who I am, and you choose who you want to be. I don't regret being kind or genuine or caring towards you, because that is who I am, and that is who you find when you seek me out. But if you don't appreciate who I am, then you don't get that side of me. You don't get any side of me, right? So because you said what you said, or because you broke a promise, I decided that I needed to make a change. I do feel like for some of you, this is a parent who has lost contact or kind of been booted from the family, and they're trying to make amends with children and an ex, or maybe even like a, what's the word, estranged partner. We have the Fool in the reverse. For others of you, because a parent or a family member makes the effort to resolve an issue, it helps somebody be able to acknowledge that what they really want is to be in a relationship, and they're able to mend things with a love interest. Fool in the reverse, and the Hierophant and the Two of Swords. Yeah, I really do feel like this person has a closer relationship to their religion or their spirituality, and they feel like they need to make things right because the alternative is not nearly as attractive. It's maybe easier to keep doing what they're doing, but they know there's an issue that can really only be fixed by them being honest, genuine. Knight of Wands in the reverse. I do feel like this Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles energy does feel that if anything happens as far as repairing the relationship, it's like the ball's in your court, you know? The Emperor in the reverse is the one who has to make the action or, you know, make the phone call. This Queen of Cups is like, I've done what I could do, you know? And the Lovers. We had the Lovers in the reverse up top here. So yeah, I made you feel unwanted, or I made you feel like you weren't good enough. So what I really need to make sure that I do when I apologize is make it clear that I was really upset with myself, or I was upset with the circumstances that I found myself in, and I took it out on you. I made you feel bad about yourself because the reality was I felt bad about myself. I've got to be honest with you now about what caused that behavior, but then also demonstrate that I'm working to address it so I don't repeat that behavior, right? All right, this is the situations deck. What else do we have? Denial. So for a long time, this Emperor in the reverse refused to face the truth. They didn't necessarily consider themselves to be irrational, but they were avoiding the rational, right? How's it going, Patrick? I hope you're having a good day. But now they have this sense of urgency. I don't really have much time. I can't be lying to myself anymore. They are struggling to focus on anything else because I know I need to make things right. And it's not just with one person, you know, there's multiple people that I need to talk to. This is after a period of time where they did not feel like they needed to do anything, or they were being quite stubborn when they were in denial, right? They didn't want to take the risk. They didn't want to deal with the situation. They just kind of wanted to pretend that there wasn't a situation. But now they're realizing what they've really been doing is hiding. That if all they're doing is hiding from the situation, they can pretty much guarantee that it's going to have the resolution they don't really want, or the ending they don't really want, which is to say no resolution, right? Hello, Peggy. How are you doing? Hello, first time. What's up, James? I hope you're having a good day. What else do we have? Yeah, so I do feel this is a family situation, at least one of these conversations, because we had the healing family issues. We've got a relationship probably between parent and child. It could also be siblings. And they have not seen each other for a while. This Emperor in the reverse and the Queen of Cups. Remember, this could be somebody who's been kind of booted from the family. This is, okay, well, you're going to act that way. Okay, you're going to be difficult. Then I'm not going to spend time with you. Now this person's thinking about it like, I should probably apologize. If you'll let me, that is. Hello, Darnell. How are you doing? Thank you, Thomas. What else do we have? Three of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Three of Swords in the reverse. So the number 3 could be important for you. I do feel like it's 3 main players, right? Someone's making an apology in 2 different situations. Apologies all around. Can't we all just be friends? Or is it, no, can't we all just get along? That's what it is. That's what it is. And then we have the Empress. Do y'all know what number? You know what it is, right? And I don't think it says it on here. Damn it. It's number 3. So that's a 333 for you right there. This is about the divine feminine energy. Does that mean that it has to be about a woman? No. But we have 2 people that have shown loving energy that have not been, like, that energy hasn't been given back to them. And it stems from this Emperor in the reverse not being willing to be there or take action in a loving way for the people who have been good to them, probably in their family. So this Emperor in the reverse is needing to, and I think is working on, this divine feminine energy, because I know I caused my own problems, so I better clean up that mess, right? You ever like broken something or spilled, I don't know, milk on the floor at someone else's house, like a friend's house? I've done it before and it's like, oh my God, let me clean it up, please. I'm so sorry. This is somebody who's saying, no. This was definitely my mess. I need to clean it up. And I've let it sit here for just a little too long. Knight of Wands, sense of urgency, King of Cups. I need to have this emotional maturity, this emotional conversation to let somebody know what was really going on and that I wish I'd handled it better, you know? Hello, Sage. How are you doing? What else do we have? 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. Seven of Cups in the reverse. there's going to be no illusions with this person. And that might be a little bit unusual. You might expect this person to be, making up a lot of stories or excuses for how they act. But at this point of the game, their goal is to be not just able to leverage this divine feminine energy and show that they actually do love you, but also be incredibly honest. Do you want to ask me a question? I'll be honest. I'll tell you exactly what you need to know. I know that I've been dishonest in the past, and you deserve to have the truth. And I do feel like there's going to be somebody who's like, what? I did not expect you to be honest. Especially not when it comes to, I did something wrong, right? That's not really this person's playbook. Queen of Wands in the reverse, Queen of Cups. This person struggled to be loving or compassionate because there was some issues they had experienced in their childhood themselves. They may have had a really difficult time with their own family and not really been shown how to be emotionally open. Say, I love you, for example. It's not always easy, right? This person, our Emperor in the reverse, is admitting that this Queen of Cups energy that they have seen in others, people that they haven't necessarily been honest with, that this is beautiful energy. It's energy worth emulating, adapting, and being this kind of energy for other people. Because previously they were a little bit too cold, they were a little bit too focused on themselves. And that could be because they didn't feel loved by their own family. Four of Swords, Temperance in the reverse. For some of you, there is some sort of substance that they're working to use less of, or there was in their childhood some substance abuse. But with the Four of Swords, the emphasis here is on healing. I know there have been some difficulties. I know there were some mountains to climb. I know I've made some mistakes. But if there's a way to make things right, I know I need to at least try. So they've made up their mind. They're not going to get dissuaded or distracted. They want to apologize. Hello, Bo. Yes, it is. I don't do a lot of readings by signs anymore, but I do have playlists where you can find for specific signs on there. I do also have some all signs that are more recent. Hello, Carrie. How are you doing? Hello, Mona. Hello, Third Eye. How's your day going? So we've got the King of Wands and the Hierophant. This person, like I said, it feels to me like they are motivated by principles or morals that you maybe didn't think they had. This person looks at things with a more loving approach. I'm not going to just think about myself. I'm going to think about what's the right thing to do right now. All right, let's get a few from The Voyage of the Soul. There is some negative energy that has been sent, I feel, from the Emperor in the reverse, and this is why they feel they need to apologize, right? They have failed people, broken promises, or been generally difficult to deal with. And then we've got create: art, poetry, music, dance, expression, and color. So what's interesting is when I was talking at the beginning of the reading about something not being done, not taking action, it feels to me like part of what this Emperor in the reverse failed to do, or feels like they need to apologize for, is not showing up when somebody had some milestone or celebration or graduation or performance. And it could be related to somebody's art or their, creative expression, right? Book signing, that kind of thing. Vessel: body, nourishment, wholesome nutrition, and health. I think there's an issue with this Emperor in the reverse in terms of how they view their own health or their own mortality. It could be because of things that they are actually experiencing or things that they have, friends are going through or someone else. But they feel like now is the time. They really need to learn some of these lessons that they've been avoiding. They need to apologize. All right, this is the truth is. What else do we have? I told you, family issues. Family creating issues within this connection. So once you address the family issues, then we have somebody that is able to better understand what needs to happen in their romantic connection. So for some of you, it's as simple as, now that I've gotten that apology from my mom or dad, now I feel like I can put to rest some of the things that I had maybe kind of viewed relationships poorly because of. But it did require a little bit of a break between these two, time apart, right? So that this person can deal with these family issues. This is the gold foil tarot. What else do we have? Queen of Swords and the Three of Wands in the reverse, Wheel of Fortune. If something does not change, if there's not action taken, it does feel to me like there is a change that's kind of irrevocable or unchangeable. Meaning, I do feel like this moon card over here was referring to, there's a timeline here. You do have a sense of urgency, this Emperor in the reverse does, because there's something happening here. I want to get invited to the wedding. I want to be able to see you before I can't travel anymore. I want to be able to meet the grandbaby, whatever it is. There's a timeline here, and they do need to do something quickly. Judgment. Lovers, yeah. So they've made the decision. They know what they need to do. They're a little bit hesitant because they feel like it could be difficult. They feel like they might get a door slammed in their face, but that is worth the risk. Four of Swords in the reverse, Page of Wands, and the Four of Wands. I'm happy to see it because we've had the Four of Wands in the reverse a few times. This is somebody who's been struggling to get over something, somebody who has been, caught up on a problem or an issue that makes it, I think, difficult in terms of relationships being successful or healthy. But now, because we've had this conversation, that Page of Wands is communication, that heart-to-heart conversation we had in the beginning of the reading. This is somebody saying, okay, maybe now I understand a little bit more why people are interested in long-term relationships. Maybe now I understand a little bit more about how to express love, or I'm willing to give that person a shot, because I never would have expected this person in my life to apologize to me. I never would have expected this Emperor in the reverse to try to make things right. But it's kind of inspirational, or it's a big moment for this person. So we have Sun and Two of Pentacles. For those of you where I was talking about a grandbaby, that could be it. The Sun can refer to a little boy. And then we've got the Two of Pentacles. Yeah. I feel like on the other side of the equation, this Queen of Cups feels like there's a decision they don't necessarily know if they have to make, but it's like under their skin, right? Do I want to tell this Emperor in the reverse that I'm getting married, that I'm moving away, that I'm having a kid, whatever it is, right? There's some milestone. Or should I keep it to myself? Is it just going to start another argument? Is it just going to be something I regret? Ten of Cups. Hermit. I do feel like for the majority of you, this person is going to find a way to make a meaningful apology in time to resolve the situation with the Queen of Cups. And this is going to have a positive impact on another romantic relationship. The Ten of Cups can be another reference to children or family, by the way. This is the Kipper. What else do we have? Change is good. What else do we have? We've got message in the reverse. I feel like this is a question mark. Like if I were to send you a text message, would it be left on read? Would you respond to it? If I call you, would you answer it? Maybe the best approach, the rider, remember R-I-D-E-R, would be to show up. I'll give you a little bit of notice. But if I already made the effort, right? If it's not just, hey, what do you think about me visiting you next month? Where you'd be like, okay. Hey, I'm in town because I'm hoping to see you, and I'd really like to talk about my behavior over the last couple of years. Hey, I know that I failed you. I know that I let you down, but I'd really like to talk about how we could have a different kind of relationship going forward if I were to change my behavior. There's a genuine, earnest attempt here to set something up, but it's like they feel like they have to already come your way. They already have to show that they've made some effort in order to get some sort of, yeah, that works for me. Change, expectation. Yeah. I feel like this timeline is about to shift for the Queen of Cups. They're making decisions for themselves, right? I'm looking to move somewhere else because that change card is about moving elsewhere. I'm looking to maybe get a different job. I'm looking to, move in with my new spouse, whatever it is. That is why we have this despair, because this Emperor in the reverse feels once this change happens, once this Four of Wands or this milestone happens, I don't know if it's going to be as easy for me to say anything. Now is my chance. This is the opportunity that I have to make a change or make an apology. This is the Wild Reflections Tarot. What else do we have? That's fair. I agree. All right, we've got the Ace of Cups. Yeah, Ace of Cups in the reverse, Emperor in the reverse. So this is clearly the person who's making the apology tour, right? I have been a little bit focused on myself. I've been a bit cold or even heartless, and I need to do something about it. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Making a decision to address this, right? I don't want to be like that anymore. I don't want to miss out on future opportunities with you. I don't want to miss out on what's going to happen in your life in the next couple of years. So even if it does mean that I feel a little bit vulnerable or like you might reject me, I can't just walk away. And with the Star and Hierophant in the reverse, I feel like it's going to be a little bit of a shock to this Queen of Cups to see the change in this person, that whatever this Hierophant energy has had, because they know them as a Hierophant in the reverse. I know you as somebody whose morals aren't as broad as mine, right? You play fast and loose with the rules, or you didn't really seem to care if you had broken a promise. So they're expecting Hierophant in the reverse, but when this Emperor in the reverse shows up, there's Hierophant in the upright energy. Somebody who is prioritizing integrity. Three of Pentacles in the reverse, Four of Wands. I do feel like for many of you, there is a job this person quits, the Emperor in the reverse, or there is a close friend or acquaintance that was a pretty not so great influence on them that they are no longer dealing with. So I acknowledge that this is bad for me, or this encourages me to make bad decisions. I'm not going to do that anymore. For some of you, this is because, I've recently retired. I have more time on my hands, and that's what has prompted me to spend a little bit more time thinking about how I treated you. So, Seven of Wands, it's time. If I don't do anything now, I won't have the opportunity to do anything later. Nine of Cups. Five of Cups in the reverse. So because I admit that the most important thing to me at this point is to make amends and find a way to improve the relationship here, I'm going to prioritize it. I'm going to do whatever I need to do. That's why I feel like somebody might be traveling. All right, so we do also have a romantic connection here where somebody feels like they probably should have been a little bit more open to the idea of a relationship or falling in love, perhaps. So I'm going to pull a few cards from the Overthinker's Oracle. I do feel like this is somebody who's getting an apology from the Emperor, but may also feel they owe somebody else an apology. Dark attachments. So this is what has been preventing this individual from really being able to have a healthy relationship, negative energy, spiritual blockages, and it could be that this apology from the Emperor in the reverse kind of kickstarts this healing that they've needed to do for a while. Being away from you hurts. And there's a particular event with you that is on their mind quite a lot. They do feel like you are really attractive. There it is. They've been hiding their emotions. They don't really know how to process those emotions. They didn't really have the best example. However, there's very little doubt. They know they're going to love you until they no longer can love anyone. They have this confidence because of how much they've tried to move on and not been able to. They do feel like you're the kind of person that speaks truth no matter the risk, even if it means, you're calling out a bully or you're telling your boss that they don't really know what they're doing. Even though that kind of initially got under their skin because they felt like that you would always maybe pick up on what they were doing wrong, they regret playing games now because they appreciate those sides of you more than they did before. Maybe it isn't such a bad thing for the person that I love to be able to call me on my ish, right? Maybe that's exactly who I should listen to, right? This person has been trying to figure out what their love interest has been up to, checking social media, asking, friends that you might have in common, what are you up to? But there is a little bit of concern here in terms of that non-committal energy. I know I've been a player. I know I played games, but the reality is I don't want to be with anyone else. I don't want you to walk away. I've realized just how important you are, But I am not seeing as much as I would like in terms of that healing energy. It may be that they need a little bit of time to deal with the apology that they're getting from this family member to really address this fear of commitment that they have. because we still have this devil energy coming out. They did have someone else kind of tempt them away from you, or just the idea of remaining independent or single was enough for them to, kind of decline or ignore the emotions that they felt for you. This is the energy oracle. What else do we have? The world. So acknowledging that this is a complex situation where other healing impacts and kind of, eventually impacts, there's a ripple effect, other issues, other relationship issues. Once that family issue is dealt with, then we have somebody that can acknowledge, maybe I need to do something here. Maybe I need to be able to fix this problem here. I do feel like the Emperor in the reverse is apologizing to more than one person, and the people that they're apologizing to may then feel like they need to work on some things too. But this is mostly, the throat chakra, self-expression. I need to be able to apologize. I need to be able to express to you how important you are to me. So letting in a little bit of light, being willing to actually pay attention to their intuition, and showing their appreciation for this Queen of Pentacles or this woman holding a coin. All right, this is the Golden Lenormand. What else do we have? How's that for confirmation? So I think in these, there are 36 cards. But we've gotten, of course, the rider from the other Lenormand as well. Somebody who's taking a trip, somebody who's traveling, wants to make an apology, and somebody who also wants to get into a pretty significant relationship. I was maybe a little bit scared to pursue a relationship with you because I'd never really seen a relationship go well. But I'm not going to let that stop me, because the reality is I really am head over heels. This is the Untold Messages of the Heart. I'm not sure if this is a good idea. I'm overthinking everything. Overthinker's Oracle, LOL. What will everyone else think? A little bit too concerned about external influence. Look, there are realities in life and we all have to deal with them. But if you are madly in love with someone and they're madly in love with you, and there are some societal expectations blocking the two of you, ask yourself if that's a real thing. A real thing, worth it. Gesture. I'm going to come sweep you away. I told you. They're visiting in person. The love interest that they had kind of hesitantly walked away from. Moving on. I feel like we both need to go our separate ways for a while. This feels like the love interest dealing with this devil energy. Like, I don't know, you kind of play a lot of games. I don't really see that going any differently. Like, what's changed? I love the way you make me feel, but I can't give you the same in return. This is somebody who has rejected that relationship in the past, so didn't really know how to offer that. Honestly, I pretend to be someone I'm not because being vulnerable feels uncomfortable. So we had please don't go, right? Now we have don't go is at the top of this card. I don't know if you can read it. It's kind of dark. Don't give up on me yet. I'm scared to lose you. And play. I just want to have fun with you. So in other words, yes, healing has started. And I do feel like this Emperor in the reverse is acknowledging things that they have ignored for a really long time. The people that they apologize to have their own healing journey, and those are being catapulted, or there's a catalyst here for them to get, I guess, in a better frame of mind so that they can be in healthy relationships. But this isn't like a fix that takes place over 4 hours. This is something that is a journey, right? So use your discernment, right? You got to be able to pick up on those little clues, listen to the words that people actually say, see whether or not they're using that eye contact. But this is somebody who I do feel they're seeing things differently. And it's a lot it's attributable, I think, because there's family healing that's happening that should have happened a long time ago. So maybe a little bit of patience in addition to the discernment. You know what I mean? Thank you everyone for the likes and the subscribes. I love you all. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.